There is something inside of you. A voice is calling you. It whispers and sometimes it screams, trying to convince you to do what you came to do. This is the voice of your dreams. Listen.
Hello, this is Chanelle McCloud, and welcome to another edition of Get Inspired. Today's episode is sponsored by Power in Doing 2018, where we're going to stop talking about it and be about it. Today's guest is Jamey Mixson, a well-known fitness expert in Northeastern Ohio. He's going to share his journey about how he went from the business world to the fitness world. So, sit back and relax and enjoy the ride.
Riding a skateboard about 5 or 6 years old. That is how it began. You know, if I wasn't on my skateboard, I was riding a BMX bike. So I literally grew up, you know, sun up to sundown, sports. You know, running, jumping, skipping, whatever. Coming home smelling like outside that was me. You know, I became a runner. So in high school, I ran a quarter mile. In college, I ran a quarter mile, and it evolved into my adulthood to something I just loved to be moving and shaking at all times. Kind of by accident. I had a corporate career. I've got an MBA in human resource. So I worked, you know, traditionally as most people do. And the story goes back to, I had a superior that, one of my supervisors, and she was pretty out of shape. Or over time, you know, I suggested, hey, try this for lunch or do this for lunch and take the steps sometimes. And over about 6 months, she lost 30 pounds. It was like, wow. You know, just from improving, you know, habits, because in a typical office setting with a cafeteria, you got creamy, fried, you know, reprocessed, and dessert, you know. So, you know, it was really less of this, more of that will add value to your life. And I'm not sure where she is now, but that's kind of how I stumbled into it, and other people that were working in the area, well, how do we do this? And by happenstance, we developed a class in the conference room. We were just jumping in really basic stuff, and a slow-moving snowball just took off, you know. So what happened was videos took off. Fitness videos took off. It was Billy Blanks. It was early. Young viewers won't know Susan Pewter, a lady with a shaved head and blonde. You know, it was seeing stuff like that, or Jack LaLanne when he was alive, and the early Jane Fonda stuff. So I saw all that, and I'm at home like everybody else. I got the VCR tape, and we're doing these workouts. I'm thinking I can do that. And at the time, after that, we moved to Los Angeles, where fitness was huge. And more people were doing it, and I would go to classes more and more. And then over time, one instructor said, you should probably, you know, think about teaching a class. I'm thinking, no. Because traditionally, again, we assume we should have a job. You know, we should work, we should go somewhere and work. Up until recently, and that's probably the question we're trying to answer here, is we didn't know that we could make a living, you know, out of helping people be better with their lives. And the goal is just to encourage more out of you, you know, to get more into you. That's all it is. So I'm just extracting a little bit to put a whole lot more in. And, you know, that's my own mindset about how far I've come in doing this. For me, in my last job, I worked on a census project in DC some years ago as an operations director. And it was very involved, you know, position, stressful at times, you travel a lot, you've got 60, 70-hour weeks. And when the project ended, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. At that time, the boot camp phenomenon had taken off, and it was my now teenage daughter's babysitter some 12 years or so ago said, you should think about opening something like that. I'm thinking, no, because again, you know, our mind isn't to think that, me, how do I do? You know, I'm gonna do jumping jacks with people, what am I gonna do? So did a little homework and started to, again, attend somebody else's classes and realized that by character, I was pretty good at this. You know, the leap happened in 09, you know, 09, 010, when the project ended, you know, so I was kind of out of work. You know, I had this, we were in between projects, so I didn't have a lofty 6-figure job to go back to. So it's like, okay, so I can, you know, go work at Target, or no, I'm just being facetious, but you know, it wasn't natural for me to want to be in that environment, you know. So I wanted to, again, carve out whatever I thought was right for me. And it wasn't easy overnight, but you know, logical progression is to work here, 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 and hopefully one day you'll be high enough that you can see down the hill. And we're at the top of the hill now. So that's a lot to say. So the leap happened 09, 2010, I mean, yeah, 2010, something about that, where I leased a little space that was horrible. The ceiling leaked, and you know, it was cold because the heat didn't work, and I'm thinking, so I stayed there for 6 months, and I went back to work for a big gym. Whereas, you know, I pack classes. I have 60, 70 people come, and again, I did the math. I was thinking, all right, I'm making these people a lot of money. So if I can get a fraction of these people to train with me somewhere else, maybe, you know, I could make something of this. So about the early, you know, 2010s, it took off as an idea that we could be entrepreneurial. We could make money helping people, you know, encouraging people. But for me, I always kept the adage of, let me improve your life. You know, finances will come, you know, people will give you their money, but more so, how do I help people be better? And that's worth more than money to me. So. First, in truth, everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur. There are a lot of people that want to do that would self-serve their lives better to be part of a collective. So this is not for everybody. You know, I want to give a caveat of that, but the truth is to do, you know, to do something. We have to shut the think too much machine down to actually do something. I wouldn't suggest running out and leasing a big building, but make a step that's going to move you from 0 to 1, or 1 to 2, or 2 to 12, and incrementally move forward. But that is most people's problem, the analysis paralysis. You know, I'm making so many thoughts. I'm thinking about it. There are a couple of things I can tell people. Stop asking for advice. You know, do it. You know, so it still comes back to that you have to make an action. Gotta do something. You're gonna die. That's it. You know, so we're all going to die. None of us get out of life alive. So we need to, you know, be that emergent for all things. You know, take every day seriously unserious, you know, but, you know, at least take stock in whomever you are. And our physicality can change. We can improve it, or we can make detriment to it. So, and it's based on the actions that we take. I'm going right back to doing something. So if we aren't happy, try, you know, try. And it takes time, you know. Don't let media portrayal of what you're supposed to do based on, you know, socio-political crap, you know, terrorize your life, you know. But approach whatever your best version of yourself, whatever that means. Okay, that's a bit of an Aesop kind of statement, but be your best person, and it takes time, you know. No fat birthdays, you know, my own brain trust it's an umbrella statement to always be your best version of yourself. It is, because we all want to have a great birthday, and we want another birthday. So the controlled idea is to be your best. If you can be your best on your birthday, there are at least 364 other days that you should strive for that level of greatness. And if we are, you know, do diligent enough to just keep hacking away at it, any of us can dig for diamonds. Any of us can do it. So.
What a story. That was so inspiring. I know that so many people have dreams of making that leap. So thank you for sharing with us, Jamey, how you did so. I hope that you all enjoyed, and I hope that you were inspired. Until next time, remember, I believe in you because I know who made you. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.